Good morning. It's Saturday. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. It's December. The weather is pretty shit out there, but it's not raining today, which is a good thing. And we're taking a DRZ 400 SM for a spin. Let's do this. Now, we're not going stunt riding, we're not doing any of the crazy shit. The bike has just been put back together with a replacement engine. Everything has been off the bike and back on the bike. I torqued everything up, I triple checked everything, I really did, because my life depends on it. So I'm just gonna take you to the petrol station, fill it up with some fresh petrol, take it up and down the road a couple of times, stop a few times and have a look at things. Make sure the bolts are not coming loose. Make sure the chain's staying on. Make sure the wheels are spinning where they're supposed to be spinning. And that's about it. No wheelies. No bullshit. No fucking about. Just ride. I also got brand new tires, brand spanking new tires. I just removed the stickers of them, yeah. What am I running? Yeah, Conti Attack SM. Specially designed for Supermoto, which is pretty cool I think. They're lovely tires. They're brand new and it's December. It's wet, it's greasy, there's salt out there. There's shit on the road. It's slippery as fuck. The last thing I want to be doing is pulling wheelies on a bike that has been put back together 5 minutes ago. And the road conditions are there like they are. So don't expect anything unusual. We're just riding to check the bike. Let's go. We're back, and as you can see, I'm in one piece. That means it worked. We're good, guys. We're really good. The real DRZ did exactly what it meant to do. Yeah, there are a couple of small issues that I'll be dealing with very shortly, but other than that, I'm hoping we got a winner right here. It starts really well right now. I put fresh petrol in it and it starts on the button every time. She produces good power for all the gears. Goes smoothly from 1 to 5, from 5 to 1. No issues, no staggering of any gear. So the engine seems good. Yes, I know I've only been out for 40 minutes or so, and I was stopping every now and again just to inspect bolts and check everything and check the chain and check the engine temperature, whatever. But it's not a real life test, but so far so good. That was a breakdown test, shakedown test, you name it, and it performs, in my opinion, really well. I placed a little marker on every bolt are torqued up to the spec, just to see whether we move or not. But everything I've put on, including the clamps, the engine bars, it all stays in place. And that including the engine bolts and the axle bolts and every bolt that requires torque spec kind of attention, all the crucial parts anyway. So after riding for 40 minutes on and off, it all stayed in place. I will obviously monitor that for the next whatever how many hours, and to see whether there's a tension somewhere that needs looking into. I mentioned a couple of issues. Yes, there's two small problems. One of them is the brake light. It's staying on all the time, and I'm pretty sure it's related to the rear brake, the foot brake if you like. I'm not quite sure where. I've disconnected that and the front one kind of works, so I'm pretty sure it's over there. I either dropped the cable or the switch itself got stuck and is no longer functioning, but this is relatively easy to investigate. Thing number two is the brake needs, both brake needs bleeding again. I've bled the brakes just before I took the bike apart. I have everything in place, so I was trying to be ahead of myself, but then I took them apart, took them off, and they were laying here for a period of time. I moved their cylinders up and down and spinning around. They probably got lots of air bubbles everywhere in the system, and they're just not going away on its own, so I bleed the brakes again. I mean, it's not a difficult task because they're very, very spongy. The rear brake is pretty much non-existent. The front brake is not what it used to be. And remember, I could do a stoppie with 2 fingers. Now I need to squeeze it really hard to roll to a gentle stop. Now I promised you a kick-ass paint job on the end of this project, and it's gonna happen, but you will need to wait just a little bit longer. As much as I like that old black Survive, I kind of look matte black everything and don't need to worry about it, it's a little bit boring for a supermoto. They need to be a little bit more exciting in my eyes anyway. That's why I thought give it a paint job, at some point, and it will happen. That's gonna happen eventually, trust me. But before I go ahead and strip it down again for a paint job, I've got a bigger fish to fry, and it's right here in this box, and the other parts are right here in this box. Why is it in the boxes? Well, this is a story for another episode. We're gonna talk about this engine on a different occasion, because I guess you can sense I'm a little bit upset how it was handed back to me, but that's a story for another episode, as I said. Story for today, my DRZ is back on the road, and apart from a couple of very small issues, I'm hoping we have a working unit. Guys, I'm gonna have to leave you to it for the rest of the afternoon, because I got supermoto right here that needs riding. And on that note, thank you very much for watching. Rock hard, have a beer. I'll see you very soon.